Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 8 of albums that are 50 years old in 2023. That's right, we're looking back on 1973, one of the great years in music, and we're celebrating our favorite albums that are turning 50 years old or celebrating their 50th birthday or anniversaries this year in 2023. We do that each and every January where we look back 50 years on the great albums from that year 50 years ago. So this particular record, the third album from this band, released May 1973 in the UK, August 73 in the US. From Mooncrest Records in the UK, A&M here in the States. Produced by Roger Glover. Recorded at the Gangoot, Jamestown, Scotland with Pi Mobile Unit and mixed at AIR Studios in London, England. Of course, I'm talking about Razzamanaz by Nazareth. All right, not only the first album they released in 73, but one of two, actually. That's a lot of bands did that back in the day. They would release an album at the beginning of the year, at the end of the year, tour in the middle, continue on touring. How many bands did that fairly regularly? Just did this whole touring cycle craziness, right? Of course, this was the classic lineup of the band. The late Dan McCafferty on vocals, the late Manny Charlton on electric and acoustic guitar, slide guitars, the late Daryl Sweet on drums and backing vocals, and Pete Agnew on bass and backing vocals, the only surviving member of the band. As far as chart information, this album went platinum in Canada, 100,000 sales. Made barely dented the charts in the U.S., right? Made it to number 157. It was number 11 in the U.K., however. Number 4 in Finland, number 48 in Germany, and number 39 in Canada. So as for the song, so this is kind of like the beginning of Nazareth's kind of heavy rock phase, right? You had on their first album, the self-titled album, you had bits of blues, bits of heavy rock, some kind of folkier stuff. Second album, you had lots of kind of folky, mellow stuff. And then here on the third album, and then pretty much continuing on throughout the decade, you had their brand of more boisterous and heavy rock. But again, moments of blues, moments of folk. They kind of blended a bunch of different genres together to their brew of hard rock, right? So lots of great songs on here. Of course, the title track, Razzamanaz, one of their classic tunes, kicks things off. You got the lethal Alcatraz, right? This band also, quite frankly, did a lot of cover songs, right? So, Alcatraz is a Leon Russell song. You got Vigilante Man comes up next. That's a Woody Guthrie song. The rest of the songs on here would be original tracks. You got, like I said, Vigilante Man is excellent. Woke Up This Morning is kind of like a whimsical kind of bluesy piece. You got Night Woman, Bad Bad Boy, another gritty hard rocker. Sold My Soul is big, heavy, and doomy. Too Bad, Too Sad is a fun rocker, right? Great chorus on that. And then you got, of course, the soaring Broken Down Angel, another great song. I mean, just a really classic album. If Razzamanaz isn't one of their best albums of all time, it's a top 3 for me anyway. It's right up there with Hair of the Dog, Expect No Mercy, right? I mean, these are just classic Nazareth albums. Loud and Proud, right? Playing the Game. Can't go wrong. Close enough for rock and roll. Can't go wrong with Eddie's No Mean City. I could sit here and name all these great 70s Nazareth albums, but produced by Roger Glover. All right, so I don't think I mentioned that before. He worked with the band on a few albums, and I think this might be I don't know, they're all really good sounding albums, right? And then, of course, I think Manny Charlton, learned a lot from working with Roger Glover, and then he did a lot of the band's producing going forward after a couple albums later from this. So, that is my pick for today. Razzamanaz. Killer album. I mean, I really like the album cover. It's just kind of very effective. You got the lightning, and I like the way I love their logo. Always loved Nazareth's logo, and I always kind of like the way they Razzamanaz, right? Because it's always about Naz. Anyway, let us know what you think of Razzamanaz in the comments below, and also list your pick. I'm tongue-tied this morning. It's Monday morning, guys. I apologize. List your pick for day number 8 here on our look back at 1973. There's so many good ones. I was looking over my list yesterday, and a lot of my honorable mentions, and I'm thinking, God, is there no way that I can squeeze some of these ones in the honorable mentions in my top 31? Really can't, because the only way to do that is to do a swap, and I'm like, I can't take any of these top 31 out. So I'm just not going to worry about it, and then you'll get all the other good ones on the bonus episode of the last day as we look at the honorable mentions. So that's the way it's going to work. So anyway, programming this week here on the channel, of course, we're on our new schedule every other week with the panel shows. So last week you had Hudson Valley Squares and Monsters Den. This week you get In the Prague Seat and UK Connection. So stay tuned for In the Prague Seat tomorrow night, UK Connection Saturday afternoon. We've got coming up also Martin Popoff and I will be here each and every week, so stay tuned for that on Friday. Wednesday, you'll get some new album reviews from me. All right, get a few of those. And also Sunday, we've got Ranking the Albums. We're going to be doing Ranking the Albums, our top 10 albums from Cheap Trick. So many of you have been asking for Cheap Trick over the years. We're finally getting to that. We got a little panel together for that. So we'll be counting down our 10 favorite Cheap Trick albums this coming Sunday. And then we start over the following week with Hudson Valley Squares and Monsters Den next week. So thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together. All the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do investigate the links below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations and our merch page where you can get all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility stuff. Till next time, I am Pete Pardo. See you tomorrow for another album that is 50 years old in 2023 as we look back on 1973. Till then, have a good one. Bye-bye.